Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Today I have a new guest, Sree Anilkumar Pandala, and he's going to be talking to us about the ground situation in Kerala, especially in the VIP constituency that one might call it as Thiruvananthapuram. So let's welcome Anilkumar Pandala ji. Anilkumar ji, namaskar and welcome to PGurus channel. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Thank you very much and namaskaram to all.
So Anilkumar ji, I must really thank our friend Rajeev Chandrashekhar for connecting us, and today we are going to have a very interesting discussion, guys. This has been kind of under the radar because there was so much interest evinced in Tamil Nadu elections that people kind of did not look at what was happening in the neighborhood state of Kerala as well as Karnataka. So I think both these states are going at least partially or fully on the 26th of April. First, let us take a look at Thiruvananthapuram constituency, and then Anilkumar ji will help us understand how things are in the state of Kerala. Sir, Anilkumar ji, first time I think Rajeev Chandrashekhar is contesting Lok Sabha elections, if I remember correctly. I don't think he has contested Lok Sabha elections before. Is it true?
Yeah, he has been always nominated to the Rajya Sabha, although I think he has contested Lok Sabha elections earlier. But
I see.
He has come to the governing body, as a minister only after getting inducted into the Rajya Sabha. That's true.
So let's go back to the choice of Rajeev Chandrashekhar. Why him? Usually before this, we have had Rajagopalji or Kummanam Rajsekaran. They were the ones, that is hardcore RSS people who have worked for many years on the field. They were the candidates that were put up by the BJP. But this time they did a change. Rajeev is as modern as it gets. He's at the cutting edge of technology, IT stuff, and he's going up against what some might call as shampoo boy. I'm not going to pull any punches. Most underwhelming personality I've seen after reading some of his books, my personal opinion. Sir, what made BJP choose Rajeev Chandrashekhar this time?
I frankly do not know, because the news in the air was that it was either Madam Nirmala Sitharaman or Jaishankar, our foreign minister. Both were good candidates. Let me just go from top to bottom. So both were very good candidates, and both would have won hands down if they had contested from Trivandrum. There are reasons for it, which I'll come to later. Rajeev Chandrashekhar actually was airdropped, I can say, even though the others would have also been airdropped. But certainly Rajeev Chandrasekhar's name was not very much there in the minds of the public, or it was not being talked about earlier. Rajeev Chandrasekhar's or Nirmala Sitharaman or Jaishankar would be a very good candidate for Trivandrum for 2-3 reasons. One, Trivandrum, although there's a saying, used to be a popular saying in Kerala or across Kerala, saying that if you see a southerner and a cobra, in Malayalam they call it as Thekkan or Murkan. You kill the Thekkan first, that is the southerner first, and then only kill the Murkan. So that used to be the saying earlier. I am saying this not because of anything. These people of South Kerala had a different history, different profile, different culture. Everything was totally different from the rest of Kerala all along. Okay. And this reflects in the electorate also, when it comes to elections also. We have always welcomed people from outside Kerala, non-Malayalis, not Thiruvananthapuram-ites, Trivandrumites we call them, to be our leader or guide us, etc., etc. Right from the dates of the Travancore kingdom, when it was Travancore, all our divans, mostly, 9 out of 10 divans were from outside Kerala. They were Raus or, Iyers, etc. Sitaramaswamy Iyer, you all know. He was a visionary, and he gelled very well with the royal family, and then Travancore saw a tremendous amount of development when he was there. So what I'm saying is the people here always welcome outsiders. Whereas the rest of Kerala, it was more or less reverse. They were averse to people of Trivandrum. I mean, let us not come to it. That's not a point of discussion also. So this year, if you really look at it, we had 3 people who had no roots in Trivandrum. One is Dr. 𝗤𝙗𝙗, another is Pandyan Ravidran. He is also from Kannur, Thalassery, I think. And also we have Rajeev Chandrashekhar. Whoever wins is not going to be from Trivandrum. They have no votes in Trivandrum. Now we come to another interesting point is that out of 17 Lok Sabha elections, we had 18 representatives because one representative had a premature death. So we had another election, by-election. So that is when Pandin Ravindran came in. Out of 18 representatives, 8 of them were from outside Trivandrum. So selection of Rajeev Chandrashekhar doesn't really, surprise us. We were actually waiting for somebody who would be airdropped. Point 1. Point 2 is that Trivandrum has been, for the last 77 years, have been neglected. Now, people outside, people in other parts of Kerala might say that Trivandrum has always been favored. They have been denied development. No, it's not that. Every aspect of development, if you take it, you can see that we have been denied a lot of opportunities. Now, the most controversial, if I can take it here, so it becomes controversial, is the metro. In terms of metro's decision, which city should get the metro, as far as ordinary public like me were informed through the press by the government, was that population decides which city gets a metro. Now, if you go by census of 2001 and 2011, because this decision for choosing the city for metro came somewhere in 2011-2012, Trivandrum is the most populous district. Density of population is 14,406 per square kilometer. Compared to Cochin, Ernakulam district, comes to only 1,200. Is almost 200, 300 less than Trivandrum per square kilometer. So if you look at the density of population and the area concerned, they were not, probably we will have a much higher number. Look at the city also. At that point in time, Trivandrum had 7.8 lakhs population, whereas Cochin city had only, it was just below 5. So that way also Cochin did not. Now you will say that, it is an area that you take. Okay, now if you take the area, this is where the very important thing comes. If you take the area, Kochi metro agglomeration, they considered 700 square kilometers. And they came to a population of 21 lakhs. So it is beyond the threshold of 20 lakhs for being considered for a metro. And for Trivandrum, they considered an area of 400 square kilometers. And we came to 16.8 lakhs. Now, if they had considered 700 square kilometers here also, they had considered 54 local bodies in Cochin, and for Trivandrum, they considered only 34 local bodies. So if they had considered 700 square kilometers for Trivandrum and 54 local bodies, Trivandrum would have, Trivandrum had at that point of time 31 lakhs population. It was almost 50% more than that of Cochin. Now, why I'm saying this, I don't want to now, go back in history and track up issues. Why I'm saying this is, there are a lot of, I can reel out at least 3-4 dozen issues like this where Trivandrum has been denied a rightful place in the development. And I'm a person who thinks that if, one person should grow, he should grow on the strength of the other, not by killing the other person. That's a personal opinion that I have. So Cochin could have grown, with the help of Trivandrum. So that did not happen. And especially if you look at it where the industry development in Kerala took place because of 3 industries, three factories, 3 organizations which came up in Alve-Elur belt, which is Fertilizers and Chemicals Travancore Limited, FACT, Travancore Cochin Chemicals, and Indian Aluminium Company. These were established in the 1930s by Travancore Royal Family, Travancore Kingdom. It was a part of Travancore. And it was put up there for another reason, because Travancore had funded the Cochin port, development of Cochin port. 10 lakhs which was required for the Cochin port was funded by Travancore. So that is how it came. Anyway, let us not go into that. So why I am saying is Rajeev Chandrashekhar, we want somebody. We want somebody who will remove the stagnation, take us out, pull us out of the stagnation, and who has the vision and who has the courage, to speak out when he wants, and then probably pull Trivandrum out of the stagnation and let us grow. And whatever development Trivandrum has, now you talk about 𝗤𝗏𝗻. 𝗤𝗏𝗻 has come by, we have grown by ourselves. We have not grown by outside help at all. I know the history of 𝗤𝗏𝗻 because I was heading ILFS in Kerala, in Trivandrum. And ILFS was the transaction advisor who literally took this 𝗤𝗏𝗻 project out of the storage, abandoned storage, with the help of then Minister M.V. Raghavan. And together we brought it to limelight again after 35 years of literally keeping it closed. So that is basically, people here wanted that to happen. It happened, not because of help of anybody. After that, everybody knows the history. There were forces countering it. It was almost being killed, but fortunately, because of our expectations, our desire that it should happen, it happened. That is all. So Rajeev Chandrashekhar, he doesn't mind where he comes from, whether he's a Trivandramite or not. I think he's the right person to push things through, because Shashi Tharoor could not do much in the last 15 years. So it's worthwhile trying another person. If he doesn't do for another 5 years, yes, probably will support another person in the next election.
Thank you, sir. And one reason being trotted out for Rajeev Chandrasekhar being the candidate and not Nirmala Sitharaman or Dr. S. Jaishankar is that he's also an Nair. So you have a Nair versus Nair. I don't buy that for one moment, especially since, you have to go back and look at the history of Nairs, and they are a very, it's too small a lens to look at in terms of what Thiruvananthapuram has and does. I have very fond memories of the place, Anilji, because I used to come there to Vikram Sarabhai Space Center many times, and I used to do both cities, Kochi as well as Trivandrum, and very fond memories. But you are absolutely right. If there was one city that needed a metro, it was Thiruvananthapuram. I mean, especially when it rains like there is no, cats and dogs is the one word, like just like Mumbai rain, it used to rain like such a, and streets will get flooded, and Thiruvananthapuram is up and down, and it definitely would have merited. Hopefully, see, one of the proposals that I'm hearing now is that India is planning on creating 22 special administrative regions. The wording may not be the exact one. These are going to be the big cities, which the Modi government would consider as the engines of growth in India. Who knows? Metro might be only the beginning of what could be a golden age for some of the big metropolises. And I'm including Thiruvananthapuram in that. Maybe Kochi also will get in that one, whatever it is. Now, in terms of the relative merits of the two candidates, Rajeev is a good minister. I mean, he knows his information. He has got some track record of having done a few things. Keltron was one story that started out, and in fact, one of the first software technology parks started in Kerala. Keltron started, I believe, what I think was the first software technology park, like, a special processing zone. You could do all these things. And then after that, only all these other things started. Where is Keltron located? Do you think? Because Rajeev, it's directly up his alley. Vikram Sarabhai Space Center was chosen there because of its geomagnetic equator. The line goes through that area, and it's got some special importance, and there are a lot of things that happen around that. So what do you think would be the thrust of Rajeev Chandrasekhar's arguments? How is he campaigning?
See, advantage that Rajeev Chandrasekhar has in taking Trivandrum as a constituency is that anything that he says as a part of what he will deliver has got a relevance for Trivandrum, in Trivandrum. So whether it is technology, whether it is education, whether it is social welfare, anything has got a relevance in Trivandrum. It's not that we have reached a critical mass and then we move forward by it. So no. So he's having a tremendous amount of opportunity to do a lot of things. Now coming to Keltron, you were mentioning Keltron. I was in Keltron for 4 years, and I came to Keltron leaving a comfortable job in CMC, which was IBM. When I joined, it was IBM, and IBM was thrown out of India by George Fernandez, and it was rechristened as CMC. I came from CMC to Keltron. I not because of anything else. Those days, being in CMC was a great thing, and from there, growth was unlimited for a person. But I came to Keltron, actually, you could call it as a step down, only because KPP Nambiar, I was a junior person. I was just a senior marketing executive in CMC. But when we met in Hyderabad, he spoke to me at length, and then he said, "You should come to Trivandrum." I came to Trivandrum. He personally took me around his facilities, ER&DC we used to call it. Then he put somebody on the job to take me to the factories at Karakulam. I was literally fascinated seeing all those things, the kind of energy that was there, more than anything else, the kind of energy, kind of products that were coming out, the kind of insistence on quality. And I tell you, there was no other firm in India. I had seen many firms because CMC had a lot of clients. All major manufacturers in India were its clients. So at least about 10 to 25% of those major manufacturers I had seen. And I saw in Keltron a tremendous future. But I'm sorry to say, after 3-4 months of working in Keltron, I understood where it will go, because it was highly politicized. That's where, I will say, I will not say that it was killed because it was in Trivandrum, headquartered in Trivandrum. But what kills enterprises here is highly politicized. Every step is politicized. Now you could say that trade unions are killing it. In a way, yes. But what has senior management to do with trade unions? They had something to do with trade unions, we all know, and that is what killed Keltron. Even today, people who went out of Keltron like me, I don't, rate myself as a, A+ manager. But there was, hundreds and hundreds of people who went out of Keltron, for wonderful managers for organizations like Keltron. Even today, if they can get together, minus the politics, Keltron even today can, lead the country in various fields. And Rajeev Chandrashekhar, probably he may not be able to revive Keltron, but he may be able to revive the concept that was Keltron. I think so. And ISRO, VSSC, we have lost a tremendous amount of ground. We have missed the bus as far as VSSC is concerned. We could have had ISRO headquartered in Trivandrum. ISRO was actually functioning from Trivandrum. Slowly, one by one, its subsidiaries went out of Trivandrum, and the ISRO got now headquartered in Bangalore. There's no harm. But what I'm saying is you have to look back and study, learn from the mistake. You look at it, ISRO, whenever it wanted to start a facility here, I've been talking to many people in ISRO. You ask for about 400 acres of land. After 2 months, these people come back and ask the leaders there in ISRO, you want 400 acres, what about 40 acres? So now that itself puts off, people. They may not require 400 acres, but asking them why not 40 acres or 100 acres is like telling them, look, boys, you look elsewhere. And even when they agreed for a lesser quantum of land, these people say when Tamil Nadu in Mahendragiri, they wanted about 200 acres, it was handed over to them in about 2 to 3 weeks. Immediately, the government had appointed a special tahsildar for land acquisition, and the whole process was done in a jiffy and handed over. Here, even if VSSC had agreed for a lesser quantum of land, they are saying that always it took for 6 months to 1 year for the land. So, nobody wants, even today especially, even in those days, VSSC, where they were working to a particular time frame, they had goals, time targets. They could not afford all those things. So, in that way, I think Rajeev Chandrasekhar's concentration on VSSC may not be much successful today, because already most of the activities have been shifted out. But yes, Space Park would be a good thing, because for Space Park, certainly you need an organization like VSSC support. That would be good. And in South Tamil Nadu, I believe a new launching station is coming for low Earth orbit satellites. So, related development, private investment would happen between Trivandrum and I think Mahendrapatnam. I'm not sure about the name. So between these 2 points, development, private investment probably could be encouraged. And for that, of course, Rajeev Chandrashekhar may have another action which he can take is Thiruvananthapuram 𝗣𝗚𝘅 Road, which I find in his manifesto. This is something which I had quoted in 2007, and probably I was the first to move it because I had never heard it when I was moving that particular road. Thiruvananthapuram 𝗣𝗚𝘅 Road via the Western Ghats, either through a tunnel or over it. We may probably disturb 2 to 4 kilometers of preserved forest, so probably we can go underneath, as a tunnel. So that I find in the manifesto released by Rajeev Chandrashekhar. I think that could develop these particular 2 areas, Trivandrum and Thoothukudi, up to Thoothukudi. So Trivandrum, 𝗣𝗚𝘅, Tirunelveli, Thoothukudi could be easy connectivity. And you were speaking about 12 development regions. This 2007, my proposal for Trivandrum 𝗣𝗚𝘅 Road was considering that South Peninsula held a tremendous amount of potential. Tamil Nadu was also not taking care of South Tamil Nadu as they should have, because I was running IT business from 87 to 2004. So I had many people, many youngsters working for me in my hardware and software development units also. And I found these people to be very, very, very hardworking. And today we have Sridhar Vembu in front of us that, validates what I say. They're very hardworking people. And I was very sure that they were not getting the opportunities they ought to have got. So South Tamil Nadu, Trivandrum, Kanyakumari districts, Tirunelveli district, etc., is going to be, I think, an economic powerhouse in the years to come. And I think Rajeev's recognizing it properly.
This is one part of the equation, Anilkumarji. One other perception is that, like you said, politics rules everything in Kerala. That mindset has to change. One of the things about this area geographically is rain is not a problem. Water is not a problem, as long as it is harvested correctly. I mean, you drive from Tirunelveli across westwards, right? By the time you cross Tenkasi, you can see the greenery. This is just a shadow of the Western Ghats. We are not in the Western Ghats, but you can see the greenery there. And there's a lot of possibilities that can happen. I'm hoping that somebody takes a fresh look at this and say, let's make this thing happen. And I think Kerala is ready for that transformation. See, one thing that Kerala has is, because of its contacts with outside of India, whether it is Middle East or US or anywhere, you see so they are not strangers to technology. So a lot of things can be done, except that this political mindset, that first thing is that, somebody is trying to exploit us. That mindset needs to change. Do you see a shift in the people's thinking that if we keep thinking like this? For example, I'm told Kerala does politics 365/24/7. Everything is criticized, looked at, microscopically and commented about. Is that too much work, too much politicization going on? How do you think the people are thinking now?
I think there is a slight shift. Our saying for everything, we used to say Kerala model, Kerala #1. Anything they used to, pull their collar and say we Malayalis, etc., etc. I would probably go back in time a little bit. When I was in 10th standard, 11th standard, I had, my father had sent me to Delhi to be with my sister and study 10th and 11th in Delhi. So my brother-in-law, who was in the Indian Statistical Institute, attached to the Planning Commission, on some occasion, there was some mention that we are all great people, etc. He said, "See, boss, Anil, Malayalis are, don't think you are great. You are the worst people in this country." He used to tell me that. And you'll be surprised, he told me he was then itself some 40, 45, 40, 46 years or so. I was just about 14, 15. He told me a lot of things, which corrected my impression about Malayalis. Not that they were bad, but he taught me that we need to do a lot more to be equated on par with people from Gujarat, Punjab, Maharashtra, etc., even Tamil Nadu, because they are people who go with a purpose, and that purpose is not politics. Now, this particular feeling that we number one Malayalis, that I find changing a little bit. Last 3-4 years, the social media with campaign, social media, all these posts which come, we have started criticizing ourselves. So that's a very important positive change, I think. So the second thing is, there was an impression, people who worked abroad, especially in the Gulf countries, they used to think that is the world. Okay, that is how things develop, and that's how we develop, etc., etc. They have also started finding that they come and do the same thing here, it collapses. Okay? So they have also started finding that Kerala needs some other treatment. So that's also very possible. Okay? Industries like keytechs, etc., shifted out of Kerala. They have gone to Telangana. That has sent a very, very strong message to the people here that we have to change. So I think we are in for a change, and this change will happen only if, I'm sorry, today it so happens that it is BJP. It's bad luck that Congress and CPM have to hear this. It's partly not partly, it's fully their creation. They have been switching roles every 5 years, and they were keeping all these issues sweeping it under the carpet and ruling it happily. Today they have to reckon with this issue of a total character change of the Malayalis. Now, this may not happen quickly. It can't happen quickly because the youngsters have been taught. Even the youngsters today, the present generation's parents, probably 5 or 6 years younger to me, they have also grown up in a society where they were told that making money is bad, demonizing investors. That has to change, and that will change slowly. And this will happen only. One way of doing it is probably teaching them that this is not correct, showing them successful people, etc., etc. But that doesn't work. There will be always the other counter force trying to kill them, so that they still are subjugate to their party, etc. The other way of doing it is bring in more and more investment. So that is where I think BJP can succeed, where Congress and the communists are always at loggerhead. One party brings a development, the other party counters it. So probably as a third, we need a third force. And today it so happens it is BJP. It could have been somebody else, we don't know, but we need a third force. And this mindset change over the last 5-6 years is going to help BJP, reach their goal. That's what I think.
Thank you so much, sir. And I can tell you, viewers, that I have used metro in 3 cities so far, Chennai, Delhi, as well as in Mumbai. And in every one of these things, it is a great productivity enhancer because you can actually predict what time you are going to be able to arrive at a meeting. This was not the case. If it doesn't matter the best car you have, the road doesn't have the space for you. Right now, that is the situation in India. And this gets you to the last mile much predictably, and that helps overall. I'm hoping and I'm rooting that metro will come to Thiruvananthapuram. If Rajeev Chandrashekhar can convince people, look, not only one line or something like that, but it will be like a network, which is what Chennai has done, which is what Delhi has done, and Mumbai also is beginning to implement it now. That's when you really take off in terms of productivity, and I have no doubt that alone will probably bring prosperity as well as a real look at how things are done. So thank you so much, Anilkumar ji. May the best candidate win. Of course, my choice would be one particular person, but it's okay. I'm not voting here. I think we've laid out all the issues, and let's hope that the best candidate wins. So let's take a look at Kerala. 2019, the United Development Front swept the elections. They said that, oh, a prime ministerial candidate is fighting from Kerala, therefore we should all vote to UDF. That was one of the reasons trotted out. Whatever, they won big. What do you think is going to happen in 2024?
I wouldn't fully agree with what you said. Prime ministerial candidate is contesting elections. Certainly, the opinion was divided whether BJP is going to come back or not. 50-50, you can say, in Kerala. What made Congress win was the anti-incumbency factor. And always, generally in Kerala, if you see, when the assembly, the state is governed by one party, most of the seats in parliament is won by the other party. It happens. And Congress being always, we had an impression that Congress is the only party fit to rule the center. So that mindset continued. I think that is what. It is not that Rahul Gandhi was contesting from Kerala. That did not really make why not? That did not make a difference at all. I mean, that's what I think. More was the anti-incumbency. In fact, the previous trend continued, except in the second, in the last assembly poll, where CPM got, the LDF got a second term. That was a peculiar stance. I mean, that's another story altogether. Congress, probably there was also a hope that, Congress, if we help Congress come back, consolidate, and then come back, that would be, we will be doing something good for the country so that BJP can be kept on their toes, on tenterhooks, etc. But that did not happen.
So, would I be right in saying that Kerala is waiting for its Annamalai?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I saw
today, unfortunately, the leadership that we see in Congress is not appealing to the middle class and the upper middle class. It may be appealing to the lower class. I mean, even when I talk to many people in the lower class, they are also very sorry that the Congress leadership is what it is today. Whereas, I'm being very open about it. There are a lot of competent people in Congress. It is not that they don't have any people. Even as a politician on a central level, Dr. 𝗤𝙼 𝗔𝙗 also would do very well. Because, I have been associated with the UN a little bit, so I know how they work. They are very good planners, they are very good administrators, but they need a team to support. And that's where Dr. 𝗤𝙼 𝗔𝙗 probably failed in Trivandrum. He did not have the correct team to support him here. Okay, he will not have also.
Sir, he is popular for all the wrong reasons, sir, if you ask me.
No, but then, so long as he delivers in terms of social welfare and, economic growth, which are two major indices, I think people would pardon him. Right? Not that. But what I'm saying is the leadership in Congress had to have a different line of thinking, which did not happen, which is not happening even today, which is sad because, all said and done, one single party getting 360 seats in the bowl is not a good thing for democracy. It's not a good thing for democracy. Fortunately,
completely agree with you.
So far, yeah. Fortunately, under PM Modi's leadership, nothing bad has happened so far. But then power corrupts, absolute power corrupts, absolute. So that's my view.
So take away 20 seats. How do you think that's going to go down?
I think BJP would probably, my reading is that they may have around 3 seats in Kerala, maybe with one surprise 4th seat they may have. And between LDF and UDF, LDF will have probably about 6 to 7, and the rest will be Congress. And that's what it
more or less a split, 7-9. 7-9, and then if 4 happens in BJP, there will be nobody happier than me, because this is the most calculated, vote transfer system that the world has seen, which is Kerala. Yes. Mind blowing, sir.
Very true.
I was part of one national debate on NewsX, And at that time, I think it was O. Rajagopal who had won the Thiruvananthapuram MLA seat. First time BJP is winning. And the CPM spokesperson is accusing the Congress spokesperson, you guys didn't stand by your vote. You didn't transfer your vote. This is in national TV going on.
And today, the public is literally confused because Congress says BJP is siding with, CPM is siding with Congress. Congress says CPM is siding with BJP. And CPM says Congress is siding with BJP. And BJP is saying Congress is siding with CPM. So I think today, if you look at it, the voter is totally confused, and that is something which is I put it positive effect for BJP, because a thoroughly confused voter is an advantage for BJP.
Absolutely. Sir, thank you so much, Anilkumar ji. We'll be coming back and again talking about Kerala in the next, I think Kerala goes to elections on the 26th of April, if I remember correctly, right? So we'll come back afterwards, voting percentages, how trends are, what's happening, and we'll be back again to talk to you, sir. Thank you so much. Viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar. Thank you so much, sir.
Namaskar. Thank you.